ABA April was said to be phenomenal. We would get a rework or refresh 3 maps and then slap, but it's not all here. However, what we do have is 2 top tier versions of characters already in the game. So I think it's about that time to recap and review ABA April. So make sure you like, subscribe, and let's begin. Now to start us off, we got 2 reworks and 1 refresh. Yuji, Itachi, and Tanjiro. Now before I talk about them, let me go ahead and take a look at the other things. Snake rewrote the entire game, which is why multiple things are, really buggy or weird on release. And I'm not gonna lie, we really need to test things out, because why am I losing a match because I got bugged out the map? It makes no sense. Of course though, this rewrite is crucial for ABA to move forward. I mean, it makes sense for the game. It's old and the devs are fixing bugs as things continue. With that said, you can now do green combos on the go with ABA being on mobile now, which is kind of cursed, to be honest. Like, I never really imagined, playing ABA on my phone, but listen, it definitely makes recording these clips easier. However, that's not all, because we also have a few changes to the GUI. Things got rearranged in different spots, and all you lock-on demons have a couple of changes as well, as you can see on the screen. But with that said, we also got a pretty crucial change as well. If you change characters or reset in mode, you now properly lose mode. And on top of that, man, we got some general combat changes. Unblocking is faster than before. Flings, down slams, and other stuff like that now cancel each other out, which probably affects certain techs, like maybe Bakugo can't do this anymore. But finally, man, after all that, we're left with a bunch of balancing, with some characters getting nerfs and others getting buffs. Check out Flare5's video if you want to see those changes, because I don't really have time to go through all of them. But yeah, man, they're here. And now with all that said, it's finally time for our 2 reworks. Starting off with Yuji, he's a really good character. He's extremely close range, and he does benefit way more from landing first, because unfortunately his counter, it's not the fastest, but the trade-off is that, he does have 1 combo in both his base and awakening, which is pretty ridiculous. I mean, look, when you consider how easy it is to do, yeah, you're gonna be suffering a whole lot. But honestly, his base can be countered by hyper armor attacks or a good amount of patience, or just somebody just being better than you simply. It is hard to punish Yuji's counter, but at the same time, it is risky if you just pop it off, right? Because the thing is with his base is you have to get close, right? It's one of those counters you have to basically catch your opponent off guard with. But besides that, the man has a black flash for every attack, which means you do as much damage as you want. It's a very good base kit with multiple different variants. The only issue is that, if you do go for an M1 trade and you lose the trade, depending on how you're fighting and what you're fighting, you may never get a chance to win that match, right? But besides that, let's go ahead and talk about Sukuna. Listen, this is kind of way too broken. Like, look, I'm gonna be honest, right? There's definitely a trade-off to get your mode, right? It is harder to play Yuji than it is to play Itachi, but he's still a good option. But Sukuna's just too brain dead, right? I can not only 1 combo you with just 2 attacks, bro, I can also spam attacks and still win the match, right? And then on top of that too, you have to think about it like this, right? Sukuna also has Fuga and his Shrine, which you're probably never gonna get during the match, but if you do get it, what is your opponent gonna do? Survive it? No, they're fucking dead. But look, good luck fighting that. It's just crazy. But yeah, man, Jesus, man, like, it's just too good, bro. Yeah, the review for Itachi is going to be going down first, but the Yuji won't be coming after. Be ready, turn on post notifications. I'm gonna be making a cinematic masterpiece, okay? Anyways though, up next is Itachi, who was set to be getting a refresh, but I don't know if I'm blind, but this does not match my definition of what a refresh is, right? This is a rework. He can guard break with his clone, has insane effects that blind you for eternity, and he can combo like crazy. He's just a super versatile option inside his base. He could do most of this before, but the added pressure of Amaterasu and the clone definitely make him way better. And we gotta tone down the amount of time the Genjutsu lasts, because I'm not gonna lie, this shit is way too annoying. Like, after the first time, bro, okay, but when it happens again, bro, it's like, come on, bro. Like, yo, this shit is lasting a little too long. But look, with that said though, right? Itachi, his awakening is brain dead, right? You can hold block and get the Yada mirror, whatever it's called, and then, press forward again to attack. It also has another version which just down slams, and Amaterasu is broken because it goes through block like before and extends. But that's not even all, bro, because the thing is, Tsukuyomi, right beforehand, when he first got his rework, he could use it twice, but now you can only use it once, and still it's just ridiculous, right? It stunts for a short amount of time, but it gives you enough time to beat your opponent's ass. Overall, these are 2 solid reworks for 2 characters that were already viable but lack like true flair, because they've been in the game for a pretty long time and ultimately were outdated. Finally though, Tanjiro, he's the last character that got a change and an update. Well, not like the last character that got a change, but what I mean is like, the same type of change as the other 2. So he got a refresh. Wasn't like the craziest thing. He didn't get like a change to his moves or nothing. It's just like VFX, visual refresh, stuff like that. So honestly, what would be the rating for this update? I'm gonna go with the 7.5 out of 10, right? ABA April will get a 7.5 out of 10, right? It's hard because yeah, we didn't get everything. You know, there's still delayed stuff that's not added and could be added at any time. You know, that's one of the things I hate about ABA. It's like I'm making this entire video and suddenly everything could be fucking obsolete because they just drop it whenever the fuck they want. But look, it doesn't matter, right? And it's only, you know what I'm saying, 2 characters that got reworked, and you know, Yuji with the what is it, Tanjiro with the refresh, man. Look, it was a pretty alright update, you know, not the worst thing of all time. It was definitely good enough on its own, right? 2 very solid reworks, but you know, maybe add everything together, right? Let's actually, you know, hold on to what we have right now and then drop it together. I don't know why they keep doing this like piece by piece shit. I know people are gonna play regardless, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Whenever everything comes out, it could definitely go to like an 8 or 9. However, I do have to be honest, rewriting the game definitely boosts the rating. You know, it's something that you should have already done before. But besides that, you know, one thing that does affect this rating is a bunch of text getting decimated by the update. I'm not really too sure exactly what text got decimated because I'm not somebody who's like, you know what I'm saying, a tech heavy player, right? I just do like basic shit. I don't even fuck around and do too many texts because I don't really care that much to like force a win every time. Now, I'll be real, I don't think you should ever be able to do something like this, but it does require skill and actual timing. You know, there's a reason why this player was on leaderboard in April, and why I only managed to beat him like 5 times, right? Or hold on, no, why I only managed to beat him 1 time out of 5 matches, right? It's like I get removing text because like certain text, because you probably shouldn't be able to do them, like maybe they're bugs or something. But like at the same time, bro, it's like, you know, if it does require skill and timing, like why not keep it? But obviously I can understand, right? Like for example, I think Gojo's tech where he could like ride your head or something. Hold on, yo, pause. Hold on, man. Look, all right, look, right? Cracking down on stuff like that is, you know, it makes sense, but like still, bro, the people who mastered these techs had clear skill, and if a tech like took a crazy amount of setup or something to do, bro, it's like, why are we punishing those players, you know? And another thing too, right, is I think techs should exist for certain characters who struggle with doing consistent true combos, not like one combos, but combos in general, right? Things that actually help you deal enough damage to win a match, or things that are like more reliable, right? So I think techs would be needed for that. Anyways, man, with that said though, it was a pretty solid update, nothing super bad that I can really point out and be like, man, I didn't like that shit, you know. But I'll be honest, bro, I didn't like the delay. Just hold off and you know what I'm saying, drop everything together. That's all you have to do, man. I feel like that's better, but obviously I'm only speaking for myself, right? Let me know in the comments how you feel on that. Do you think that everything should drop together, or you just want something piece by piece, you know what I'm saying? And look, the balance in itself is pretty weird too, because why does ABA just randomly balance, right? It's just, like, I don't like it. Like sometimes they nerf a character, then they buff a character, then nerf a character. It's like, it's either nerf everything or like just add like a fucking evasive to the game, right? I feel like, now I'm not saying that we need evasive to the game. It would definitely change combat. I'll make a video on that in the future, but what I mean is like, bro, if you're gonna like, because the thing is, characters already have evasive. Some characters already have evasive. You can just make it so like that evasive gets put on cooldown if you use the actual evasive. But look, man, I feel like balancing is something that they put themselves into a corner with, and I don't know if they actually have balancers, because like, yeah, we're gonna nerf this character, but then we're gonna add Itachi and Yuji's rework, and guess what? They're going to destroy you in 2 seconds when they pop mode. You know, I never really understood their balancing necessarily. You know, it's always been iffy, but I'm kind of tired of playing ranked and getting put inside like a Asia server or Brazil or something, bro. Like if I press North America, I say join queue North America, put me in North America, right? I don't understand how difficult it might be to do that. Like, come on, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm kind of getting pissed off with it. And the thing is too, I'm not even somebody who's like grinding elo. I'm somebody who just like plays matches like for the purpose of making videos. So I can only imagine somebody who's trying to get like #1 rank and on leaderboard and shit, bro. And guess what, bro? They just put you in a server where you can't win. And the thing is with that, if you leave the game before the match starts, you still lose elo. But if you stay in the game and lose the match because it's hella laggy for you, you still lose elo. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. But obviously that's probably what the EU players deal with on a daily basis, because they get put in the US servers and shit. But yeah, man, I don't like that shit. But besides that, you know, the update was interesting. You know, Yuji and Itachi will be getting a review. And yeah, so about that, right? Another thing too, right? Before I end the video, I know I said that the Shadow Deal review will drop this week. It is already done. However, I have to go back and rearrange some things, fix some things, and redo the script because Shadow Deal did get a few changes. I don't know if it's like still reliable to do this little extend, but I have to rewrite some parts of the script. So instead of, I'm gonna like drop it after the Itachi and Yuji reviews are done. So pretty much after Yuji's review is done, because he'll be the last one out of the two, I'll drop the Shadow Deal review. So stay tuned for that. So yeah, I will be trying to get 3 reviews in this month, right? The Shadow Deal review will definitely come out. It should be out probably after the Yuji one. One-man team. I'm basically just trying to get really good at editing, writing scripts and all that stuff before I start working with other people and hire somebody on some shit. But yeah, man, with that said, like, subscribe, peace out.